We're explaining how to resolve duplicate entry errors for primary keys in MySQL when you have concurrent job insertions. This is a common problem when multiple processes or threads try to insert data into a table simultaneously, potentially leading to conflicts because a primary key must be unique. There are several ways to handle this, and we'll explore a few practical solutions. 1. Transactions. The most reliable solution involves using transactions. Each insertion operation should be wrapped within a transaction. A transaction ensures that either all the insertions within it succeed, or none do. If one process tries to insert a duplicate key, the entire transaction rolls back, preventing the error. In MySQL, you start a transaction with start transaction, and commit it with commit. If a duplicate key error is encountered, you can catch the exception, using appropriate error handling in your programming language, and then retry the insertion after a small delay, potentially with a slightly modified value. 2. Error handling and retry mechanism. Your application code needs robust error handling. When a duplicate entry error, usually error code 1062, is encountered instead of crashing, implement a retry mechanism. This involves catching the exception, waiting for a short period, using a function like sleep in Python or write single quote time unit .milliseconds.sleep in Java, and then attempting the insertion again. The retree should include a limit on the number of attempts to prevent infinite loops. 3. Unique key constraints and indexes. Ensure you have the correct indexes on your primary key columns. Proper indexing significantly speeds up the process of checking for duplicate keys, making conflict detection more efficient. MySQL uses indexes to quickly identify whether a key already exists before attempting the insertion. Without proper indexes, the database has to perform a full table scan for each insertion, greatly increasing the likelihood of collisions during concurrent insertions. 4. Optimistic locking. This technique involves adding a version column or timestamp to your table. Before an update or insertion, check the version or timestamp. If it's changed since you last read it, another process has modified the data, so your operation should either retry or handle the conflict appropriately. This is particularly useful when dealing with updates rather than pure insertions. 5. Database-level locking. You could explore using database-level locking mechanisms, like row-level locking or table-level locking. But these often impact concurrency and performance negatively unless carefully managed. They can significantly slow down overall insertion speeds, and might not be necessary if you implement a good retry strategy with transactions and error handling. However, these are options if other solutions prove insufficient. 6. Consider queues. For high-volume insertions, a message queue, like RabbitMQ or Kafka, can be used. Your application inserts data into the queue, and a separate worker process consumes items from the queue and performs the database insertions. This creates a decoupling between the insertion process and the database, improving efficiency and reducing the likelihood of simultaneous conflicts. By combining these strategies, particularly transactions and a robust error handling retry mechanism, you can significantly reduce the occurrence of duplicate key errors during concurrent job insertions in a MySQL. Remember to adapt these solutions to your specific programming language and application architecture.